I'm a young construction supervisor and most days are pretty normal, paperwork, checking the site, keeping things moving, but today I had to make one of those phone calls that reminds you that being in charge isn't always easy. It's not always something big dramatic thing, sometimes it's just a normal work day. And then something comes out where you have to make a decision, having an uncomfortable conversation and still keep the job moving. So this is just a realistic day in my life as a young supervisor. The day started like most days do, get dressed, washed up, and started getting ready for work. Nothing fancy, just the usual routine before heading out for the day. I packed my lunch, got my stuff together, and tried to get out of the door without rushing too bad. I've been trying to bring lunch more often. Instead of buying food every day, it saves money, keeps me a little bit more on track, and makes the day feel more organized. Good morning. So I haven't done one of these in a bit, but it rained last night, so I don't have to water the grass this morning. So thank God, I saved myself a little bit of time. But other than that, I hope you have a good morning. Here's a little quick update on my lawn. Everything is just growing very nicely. And here's my little vegetable garden as well as my little basil plant that I have. Once I got to site, I put on my work boots, threw on the hard hat, and unlocked the trailer. It's a little chilly out this morning. It's all damp everywhere. All the grass is wet. And I also bent the side of my hard hat plastic by throwing it in this material I have in the back, just puncturing my temple. But other than that, I hope you guys have a really good morning. The first part of the day was paperwork and getting organized. That's a big part of being a supervisor that people don't always think about. It's not just walking around telling people what to do. It's checking details, making sure things are ready, keeping track of what needs to happen, and trying to stay ahead of problems before they turn into bigger problems. Later in the day, I had to make a phone call that wasn't the easiest. I'm not going to get into names or all the details, but it was one of those conversations where you had to address someone's role, responsibilities, and where things are at. And honestly, that's probably one of the harder parts about being a young supervisor. You can be good at the work, you know the job, you understand the details, but being in charge also means having conversations that aren't always comfortable. Sometimes you have to be direct. Sometimes you have to make decisions people don't like, and sometimes you have to separate being a good guy from doing what the job needs. I don't enjoy those conversations, but I'm learning that avoiding them usually makes them worse. That's part of the leadership I'm still figuring out. Trying to be fair, trying to be professional, and trying to keep things moving without taking everything personally. Sometimes it's hard being a superintendent. You know, you kind of gotta look at look out for the company, but I was more than fair. I definitely had enough grounds to get rid of them, but kind of want to do that to people. People got bills to pay. We're in a pretty rough economy, so I'm just hoping that this apprentice can just he is during his probationary period right now, so I'm hoping that this kind of slaps some realization into him and he can come in, he can be better and install. But we I threw him on the roof by himself as a test because I need this apprentice to eventually start taking on more responsibility here, especially for his wages, and he completely pretty much blew it. Our membrane install here, apprentices install roughly 600 to 400 square feet average, and to hit 70 square feet a day and barely pass and then make that mistake up on the roof where we have to rip off more membrane with clear instructions. I'm really hoping that his attitude can change and he can just pick up the pace a little bit more. Oh, my brain's just not braining right now. Like, I did so much ordering and design changes. Today's been a good paperwork day, but really takes a toll on you. It's a lot of headache. Body feels fine. I didn't put on the tools today, so fingers, legs, they feel fine. Just my head. Yeah, those are tough conversations to have. So today was still a really good day, Solved a lot of problems. We have a issue with leaking at another job, but it wasn't kind of our issue, so battling one of the project managers on that one, and hopefully we get somewhere with that or some sort of solution. I don't think there's going to be a lot of rework or anything that's going to be costly to us, so hopefully not. Did a lot of ordering today. I had to order for a bunch of walls. I don't even know how many flashings and things I ordered. I have no idea. All I know is that my brain, she's just done. So other than that, let's get out of here, and I hope you had a good day. When I got home, I watered the grass again before fully sitting down. I'm trying to stay consistent with it, especially with the new seed. After that, I grabbed a snack and sat down for a bit. I also did a little bit of editing. I'll be honest, some nights after work I don't feel like doing anything, but I'm trying to build something outside of work too. So even a little bit of progress matters, even if it's just editing for a bit, organizing clips, or getting something small done. For dinner, I kept it simple. After a full work day, I don't need anything fancy, just something decent filling in. Easy enough that I don't end up ordering food because I'm tired. After dinner, I just hung out for a bit and slowed the night down. Nothing crazy, just a normal night after work. Today was a normal work day, but I had one of those reminders that being a supervisor isn't about knowing the work, it's about responsibility. It's about making decisions, having uncomfortable conversations, and still showing up the next day ready to keep things moving. Being young and in charge can feel weird sometimes. You're still learning yourself, but people are also looking to you for answers, and I don't have it all figured out, but I'm trying to get better at it one work day at a time.